My name is Amelia Hoblit of the Trinity Love Hoblit Foundation. We've put together this concert series to help fulfill our mission to spread awareness on brain aneurysm and stroke. We've got some great music to share with you, along with inspiring stories and those who have been deeply affected by this condition. Thank you, Crane Island, for sponsoring this series.
Done me, and you bet I felt it. I tried to reach you, but just so hot that I melted. I fell right through the cracks, and now I'm trying to get back. Before the cool done run, and I've been giving it my bestest, and nothing's gonna stop it but divine intervention. And I reckon it's again my turn to win some or learn some, but I won't hesitate no more. Open up your mind and see like me. Open up your plans and damn, you're free. Look into your heart and you'll find love, 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 love. Listen to the music of the moment, people dance and sing. We're just one big family, and it's our God-forsaken right to be loved, love, 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 love. So spending way too long checking my tongue in the mirror and bending over backwards just to try to see it clearer, but my breath fogged up the glass, and so I drew a new face and I laughed. I guess what I've been saying is there ain't no better reason to rid yourself of vanities and just go with the seasons. It's what we aim to do. Our name is our virtue, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. Well, open up your mind and see like me. Open up your plans and damn, you're free. Look into your heart and you'll find the sky is yours. Please don't, please don't, please don't. There's no need to complicate, 'cause our time is short. Oh, this, oh, this, oh, this is our fate.
Trinity Love Hoblit was born with a rare form of primordial dwarfism. At age 9, Trinity was diagnosed with multiple brain aneurysms. In 2015, 2 days prior to pre-op for brain surgery to repair an aneurysm, it ruptured. Trinity passed away on June 30th, 2015 at age 14.
Our foundation's goal is to support and fund neurological research, training, treatments, and education toward brain aneurysm, stroke, and other cerebrovascular conditions.
So a brain aneurysm is a weakness in the wall of an artery inside the brain that results in most of the time, a sac in the aneurysm that can lead to bleeding.
I woke up in the middle of the night at my mom's house, and I heard her yelling my name. And I ran in, and she was face down on the floor. It was a few days later, she passed away, but she had a brain aneurysm. Something I didn't know anything about.
To the best of my knowledge, I don't have anybody with a brain aneurysm. My risk is about 4%, give or take. If you have one family member, first degree, so if my mom had an aneurysm, it goes from 4 to 6%. If you have two family members, now you double your chance of having an aneurysm, it goes from 4 to 8%.
So with the strong encouragement from Olivia at the Trinity Love Hoblit Foundation, I went to my doctor and I said, I have a request. I'd like to be scanned for a brain aneurysm. Fortunately, everything came back normal, and I'm very thankful for the results, but it's something that I now know that I've got to continue on and have the routine check.
It makes sense to find this before because we have something in 2020 to offer that we didn't have 20, 30 years ago. So that's the task ahead of us. What we're doing in collaboration with Professor Landero from Brazil, with the support of the Trinity Love Hoblit Foundation and Neurosurgery Outreach Foundation, is to support young neurosurgeons that are still residents in Brazil, in Vietnam and the Philippines, outside of the US, on the areas that we can reach people and educate them so they can go back and be an agent of change on their own environment.
Trinity love helping others. So my husband and I knew that this is very important. This is something that Trinity would want us to do.
My heart is always very, very thankful. Sad because Trinity is not here, but happy because her legacy is here and she's helping others, and I can see her smiling and point her little finger at me. I told you I was gonna do it. So that's Trinity, and she's alive with us.
To learn more about the Trinity Love Hoblit Foundation or to make a donation, visit trinityhoblit.org.
So this is a song that I wrote for Trinity, and the day that I wrote it actually was on the 5-year of her passing, and I didn't mean for that to happen, but I kind of took that as a sign that this song could, I don't know, mean something to her and her family, so I'm gonna sing it for you. She walked like a sun ray, her voice like the breeze, and everything about her was beautiful. And everything that she would do, everything she'd see, she made it the best it could be. We love you a million years more. And even when times aren't so high, you remind us of all the good days that we had. We're here on the ground, but we watch you fly. We watch I stood there admiring the way Jesus shines in your eyes, the way that you loved and the way that you lived, the way that you gave is how we want to give. We'll love you a million years more. And even when times aren't so high, you remind us of all the good days that we had. We're here on the ground, but we watch you fly.
We have here with us is Tavares Scott. Thank you so much for being with us. And we are so blessed to have him here. And it's amazing because I spoke with you last week and you just had a ruptured brain aneurysm a month ago. And I can't believe I'm sitting right in front of you and you look incredible. So I would really love for you to share our story and our viewers as well, because this is truly a miracle.
Well, it is a miracle. Well, I get told that every day. And it all happened when I had went on vacation. I had took a vacation from work, me and my fiance, just to have some time. And for some reason, it just came out of nowhere. Like, I couldn't hold anything down for a couple of days, and then I was like, nah, I don't need to go. I'm all right. It'll go away, but it got worse. So she was like, nah, we finna take you to the hospital. So we went to one hospital, but they didn't know what was going on, so they sent me to Baptist. So when we got there, I was going in and out, like they were trying to ask me questions, but I was going in and out like I didn't know what was going on. So as you can tell, I got a little mark right here. They had to do emergency surgery to put a tube in my head to drain the fluids and the blood off my brain, so that way I could function and maneuver right. But when I had woke up, I just noticed I was in the hospital. I didn't know really how I ended up there, but thanks to my fiance, I'm still here. And the doctor told her that if she wouldn't have brought me when she did, no telling if I would have woke up a couple of days later. So I am grateful to be here. And while I was in there, you know, it just dragged. It's like everybody kept waking me up and stuff like that, you know, poking me and running tests, and I don't think nobody need to go through that.
Wow, that's amazing. How long were you in the hospital?
I was in there for 3 weeks.
Did you have to go through physical therapy?
No, they just did the MRIs and stuff, and to make sure everything was fluctuating correctly and making sure that I am functioning and stuff like that. That's mostly what all they did.
So tell me, what was your symptoms? Did you have some kind of headache or any other symptoms that?
Just nauseous and a little weak, and just wasn't really aware of anything.
Now you mentioned about high blood pressure. Did you know that you had a high blood pressure while you were on vacation, or is this something that they had mentioned at the hospital?
I think I had it, but I didn't know how it was until we got to the hospital. They said it was like 240 something.
Wow.
Over 1 something. And it went from there.
Now, do you have a family history of high blood pressure?
Yeah, my grandma and my mom has it now.
So you're walking around not even knowing that you had brain aneurysm, and you probably think it would just be like a stomach bug, because
Right.
you didn't have the headaches, and from what you're saying.
No, I didn't have any headaches. Now it's just like I couldn't hold anything down.
One of our board member is Dr. Ajay Waklu, and he said regarding high blood pressure and risk for aneurysm rupture, among other risk factors for rupture, an example, familial incidents, smoking, age, aneurysm size, high blood pressure is definitely considered a risk factor. There are various studies that have been shown the relative risk increase is suffering from high blood pressure. That's something that we definitely need to think about. You just pretty much just not feeling well. Some people could assume it's just a stomach bug, and that's why it's always good to communicate with your doctors. This is a good, time for you to, communicate with your parents the importance of the high blood pressure, but not just for your parents, but to everyone that is, listening to the show, because it's so important. Brain aneurysm is like a time bomb sitting on your head. You have to act fast. And your fiance, wow, she did an incredible job. She took you to the doctor and to make sure you're well taken care of, because I'm sure she followed her gut, like something's wrong. This is, we need to get you to the ER. And of course, the doctor that treated you is Dr. Ricardo Handel from the Baptist Medical Center in Jacksonville. He is, and his team are one of the best medical doctors out there. And he has a beautiful soul. That man has been helping our foundation since the beginning. He was Trinity's doctor. So when you mentioned Dr. Handel, I was like, wow, what a small world. So I have a statistic and facts here that according to Brain Aneurysm Foundation, African Americans and Hispanic are about twice as likely to have a brain aneurysm ruptured compared to whites. I mean, I'm from the Philippines. We have, Hispanic blood. So we have the high risk. And so at times when I have the really bad headache, I get so concerned. And so with you, what is your advice to our viewers?
Just take care of yourself, get annual checkups, just listen to your body, really. Just pay attention to signs. And
so are you still seeing Dr. Handel for a regular checkup?
yes, I got an appointment next month. I gotta go over there. He's gonna do an MRI on me to make sure everything's still functioning right and going right in my head.
Wow, like I said, you look amazing. I mean, sitting right here in front of me, I can't believe just a month ago, you had to go through this and dealing with the ruptured brain aneurysm and being in the ICU for 3 weeks. Again, it's truly a blessing. I received a call from one of a good friend, and a friend of hers had, she had a brain aneurysm in 2015. Well, her birthday is on Sunday. So of course we would like to wish Karen Stoffer Monty to say happy birthday on Sunday. I know that a lot of her friends and families are sending their loves and hugs her way. Us here at the Trinity Love Hoblit Foundation and Tavares, we are wishing you a happy birthday and hope you enjoy your special day. And Tavares, I can't thank you enough, and the foundation and my husband, for being here with us just to share your story, because it's so important. Pay attention to symptoms. High blood pressure is one of the high risks.
Yes, it is.
And I just want to let you know that you're saving lives. Because sometimes we get so busy with our everyday lives that we forget to slow down, we forget to stop and saying something's not right. So, and again, thank you so much for being here. And we look forward to working with you more in the future to really advocate and share your story. And we really appreciate it.
fall is here, hear the yell, back to school, ring the bell, brand new shoes, walking blues, climb the fence, books and pens. I can tell that we are gonna be friends. I can tell that we are gonna be friends. Walk with me, Susie Lee, through the park and by the tree. We can rest upon the ground and look at all the bugs we found. Safely walk to school without a sound. Safely walk to school without a sound. Well, here we are, no one else. We walk to school all by ourselves. There's dirt on our uniforms from chasing all the ants and worms. We clean up and now it's time to learn. We clean up and now it's time to learn. Numbers, letters, learn to spell, nouns and books and show and tell. At playtime we throw the ball, back to class and through the hall. Teacher marks our height against the wall. Teacher marks our height against the wall. We don't notice any time pass. We don't notice anything. We sit side by side in every class. Teacher thinks that I sound funny, but she likes the way you sing. Tonight I'll dream while I'm in bed, while silly songs go through my head about the bugs and alphabet. When I wake tomorrow I'll bet you and I will walk together again. 'Cause I can tell that we are gonna be friends. Yes, I can tell that we are gonna be friends.
So we have Brittany Turner here with us today. Brittany, welcome to the Trinity Love Hoblit Foundation series. Thank you so much for being here. How are you today?
Wonderful. Thank you for having me.
So Brittany, back in May of 2012, you had the worst headache of your life. And you've shared with me that you usually had migraine, correct?
Yes, most of my life.
Most of your life. And so how can you tell the difference of this headache that you just had?
That day started with what seemed like the beginning of a regular migraine. And I went to work, I did all my normal things. And then when I was home and having a conversation with my husband, it changed very, very rapidly. And it felt almost like a pang in my head. And that pang quickly developed into a lot of other side effects of me not being able to see and unsteady on my feet. And so my husband immediately said, let's go to the emergency room. And my first reaction was, oh no, it's a headache. And then his reaction was, no, it's not. And off we went. And within minutes of getting into the emergency room, I was already under an MRI scanner.
And from my understanding, you had a brain bleed, correct?
I did have a brain bleed.
Oh, wow.
They reacted immediately, and it was one of those moments where, thank goodness, we went to the ER.
And I think, too, some people sometimes it's like, oh, my God, it's just a typical headache. I'm just going to take medicine. And, you know, it's so important that because every second counts, right? When you have that worst headache of your life, don't ignore it, right?
Yes.
You must act fast. And so they always say, is it correct? Like they said, like it's like was it like a hammer just hitting your head? Is that what it felt like?
Exactly. It felt like someone just kicked you in your head. I mean, it was from the inside. So it wasn't quite like getting hit on the outside. It was like your brain decided to attack your skull and said, I want out. And it was just instant. It wasn't a slow leading up to it kind of pain. It was a all of a sudden terrible pain from maybe a 5 to a 15, something I've never felt before. And it's definitely something you want to pay attention to and not say, oh, well, I'll just live through this. It's let's act fast and go to the ER.
Wow. So so tell me this. How long were you in the hospital?
I was only in the hospital 3 days.
3 days.
Mm-hmm. On the fourth day, I was released to go home.
Did you have to go through any physical therapy?
We did all sorts of therapies for about 3 years afterwards. There were physical therapies for different kinds of headaches and getting through them. And then there was also brain therapies. So it was kind of like brain games or mind games and memory. Things I think we played as a kid, or maybe you have an app on your phone now, but very similar to those for about 3 years. And then slowly I'd had to go less often because it was coming back to the regular, what my norm would be prior to the aneurysm.
Do you have any advice to our viewers?
Trust yourself. If it doesn't seem like something you've had before or you've felt before, it probably isn't. And just go to the ER. That's what they're there for. They're going to take care of you. They're going to save your life. And if it's less than the worst case scenario, it still was worth the visit to preserve your next day.
How can you tell the difference? Because I know there's people out there that gets the migraine and of course this headache.
Right.
So how can you tell the difference so then they will know?
I mean, I want to say for me, they were nothing alike. My day started with a migraine, and I'm not sure if it built up or how it happened, but the change was instantaneous. It went from the normal feeling migraine and everybody's migraine's a little different, but from that normal feeling to me of a migraine to instantaneously, and it was also localized to right where the pain happened. Slowly that pain spread out to everywhere, but it started in a very specific place on my head, and I knew it was nothing like something I'd felt before. There was it affects everything within a few moments. Your vision, your hearing, your equilibrium, and the pain does have a source. Instead of being like a migraine where it feels like a pressure or pain everywhere, this is a very specific source in your brain that you're like, oh, this is coming from right here, and I need to pay attention to that and have somebody look at it for me.
Do you still get headaches now?
I do. I still get migraines. Through this, the bonus was that I was able to, with my doctors, figure out what's causing them.
Well, thank you so much for sharing this with our viewers because it's so important. When they get the headaches, they ignore it, they think that it's just headaches, and by the time at the end of the day, it's too late. And we want to try to save as much lives as we can because it's so important because we can't just assume. And that's what the doctors are for. Yeah. Don't think that, oh, I'm just going to go ahead and just take the medicine. That's what the doctors are for. Just dial 911 or go call your doctors and, ask as much questions as you can. So
agreed.
Thank you so much for being with us. And we really appreciate it. We're so glad you're doing well. And from my understanding, you have a handsome little boy.
Yes, very lucky. 4-year-old.
Oh my gosh. And your parents who own Chow Restaurant here in Amelia Island are spoiling them right now. And did I tell you it is actually one of my favorite restaurants as well. Oh my God, they do such a wonderful job.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh my
I'm
God.
so glad. I'll let them know. They'll be happy to hear it.
They are actually Amelia Island's favorite restaurant.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that.
Yes.
Don't tell them.
Your mom, Kim and Luca, they're just amazing people. And we're very thankful for all they do. Wonderful. Again, Brittany, thank you for being here with us.
Thank you for having me.
Hi, this is a song that I wrote about a year and a half ago, and I changed a few of the words so that Trinity's story could fit more into it, and we miss her a lot, so I hope that you enjoy. I remember everything you'd say. I hear the words, I hear the voices every day. You're still on my mind. It's been a week, it's been a month, it's been a while. I'm still too afraid to see you smile. I wish that I could stop the time and press rewind. You created all the happiness that I can't find. all the things you used to say, though they weren't true. I miss them anyway. I miss you. I miss you. I miss you. I miss you. You know I miss your smile. I loved you. You only stayed for a while, but I miss you. I miss you. I miss you. I cannot lie, I know I couldn't take you back. I just couldn't relive it even if you asked. Despite all of the things that I'd said and done, you always gave me everything when I had none. I miss you. I miss your gentle voice. I miss you. You just left me one choice, but I miss you. I miss you. I miss you. I miss you. The way the sunshine hit your hair. I miss you. Now there's no sunshine anywhere. I miss you. I miss you. I miss you. Where is the sun I gave? Where is the love I gave? Where is my heart I gave? Can it be saved? Where is the sun I gave? Where is the love I gave? Where is my heart I gave? Can it be saved? I miss you. Ooh, I miss you. I miss you.
Welcome, everyone. My name is Phil. I'm with the Trinity Love Hoblit Foundation. Trinity was my daughter. We're here with Justin Taylor. They announced the foundation with a proclamation yesterday. Doing this yesterday was just an experience beyond for me. I was just really in awe about this and what you did and what Nassau County has done and just all of it. I was just blown away by all of that and what you've done with the foundation and everything.
Yeah, and it was really, Phil, it was an honor for me to be the one to present that the resolution proclaiming September as Brain Aneurysm Awareness Month in Nassau County. Everything that you and Olivia have done to carry on the legacy of your daughter has just been, it's incredible. And as someone who's experienced loss with my mom from a brain aneurysm, it truly means a lot to me. Everything that you guys are doing to raise awareness, to provide research and education for the community, and really the nationwide impact, the worldwide impact that you guys are having, and everything that's taken place. It truly means a lot to so many people because you're saving lives. And so, as a county commissioner, a current sitting county commissioner, we recognize nonprofits for their efforts and the great things they do, and we have a lot of great ones. This one was just particularly special for me to be able to present to you guys last night. So, and that's just a small token, a way for us as the Nassau County Commission to say thank you.
Yeah, it was truly an amazing event, though, to go through all of that. And with some of the board members being there as well was kind of special for us, too. So, well, we wanted to also, thank you for advocating for the foundation. What would your advice be for our viewers going forward?
Well, first, Phil, thank you. I mean, thank you for the opportunity to work with you guys in advocating for your mission and your goals and everything that you're doing. Truly, like I said, it's something that I'm passionate about. I can see the passion and the hard work that you and Olivia put forth in this effort, and so I'm just honored to play a small role. But to the people watching, and really the advice. Brain aneurysm, it's a very serious matter, and you may not know. It's something that you may not know that you have. It may be something that you could be walking around, as I say, a ticking time bomb, ready to rupture. I dealt with it. My mom had a ruptured brain aneurysm and didn't even know that she had a brain aneurysm, and so it led to her untimely passing at just 36 years old. So my advice to you is to get checked. If you have a family member who's had a brain aneurysm, who's had a brain aneurysm rupture, you need to get checked yourself, because the chances of you having one are going to be that much greater. And come September 1st, when we're here in Nassau County, we're celebrating the whole month of September as Brain Aneurysm Awareness Month in Nassau County. Use that as an opportunity to reach out to a friend, reach out to your circle, reach out to your network and your community, and try to promote the efforts of the Trinity Love Hoblit Foundation. Get checked and make sure that everyone's taking care of each other, because this is a very critical issue that needs a lot of attention, a lot of research, and ultimately a lot of education.
Justin, we'd like to thank you again for everything that you do for us, the foundation, the community, the support in general, and the foundation. Mm-hmm.
But I never heard them ringing. No, I never heard them at all, till there was you. There were birds in the sky, but I never saw them winging. No, I never saw them at all, till there was you. There was music and wonderful roses, they tell me, in sweet, fragrant meadows of dawn and dew. There was love all around, but I never heard it singing. No, I never heard it at all, till there was you. There was music and wonderful roses, they tell me, in sweet, fragrant meadows of dawn and dew. There was love all around, but I never heard it singing. No, I never heard it at all, till there was you. Till there was you.
Today's concert series is being filmed here at Crane Island on Amelia Island, Florida. Crane Island is a Southern Living inspired and coastal living community. I'd like to introduce John Hillman, who is the Vice President of Crane Island. John, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Tell me a little bit about the lifestyle here at Crane Island.
Well, the lifestyle here can be what you make it to be. It can be as peaceful as sitting on your front porch, reading the morning paper on your iPad and having a coffee, or you can get out in the river here and have a wonderful journey. You could go fishing. You could do a lot of things. So it's really kind of up to your own idea of what you want today's experience to be.
There seems to be a reoccurring theme with porches. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we like to think that the day begins and ends on the porch. And in the old days, you sat on the porch because it was your way of sort of escaping the heat of your house or whatever it was. So it was a safe place. It was a place to get out and enjoy the great outdoors. And then as time went on, as more homes got built near one another, it was your social fabric in the old days. And so it was a way for people to greet their neighbors. It was a way to enjoy their surroundings. And we really think of it as where it's like your daily launch pad. It's where you kind of figure out what you're going to do that day or what stories you're going to tell that night after maybe that first or second glass of wine.
I love it. Crane Island offers a unique opportunity to build your dream house within an intimate island community, surrounded by unspoiled, idyllic beauty, just a bike ride away from breathtaking beaches, spectacular sunsets, world-class culinary talent, and a true Main Street downtown. All this and more with easy access to a private airport as well as Jacksonville International Airport. Explain to me a little bit about the relationship between having this beautiful planned development in the heart of so much natural beauty here in Amelia Island.
Yes, so just the geography of Crane Island is special. It's roughly a 200-acre island that's connected to Amelia Island just over a little creek. So an island next to an island is pretty special. So we've got our own little wonderland here right on the Intercoastal Waterway, right on the tideland marsh grasses that are here and around us. But when you ride your bike over the creek, suddenly you're on 12 miles of beaches. You've got a wonderful historic downtown. You've got a resort corridor that's here. And sometimes your toughest decision on this place is what restaurant you're going to go to tonight. So, you know, there's a lot here, but yet when you're on Crane Island, you're on this really private oasis. I sort of affectionately call it living on Nantucket, except you can ride your bike to the mainland. And it's pretty special. It's pretty unique, and we're taking full advantage of it.
Well, thank you, John, and thank you for your support of the Trinity Love Hoblit Foundation and this concert series. We are thrilled to be hosting it here at Crane Island.
Well, we're thrilled to be part of it. It's an important cause.
Thank you. To learn more about Crane Island or to reach out to John and Jack and the entire team, please visit craneisland.com.
Postcard, no song that I can sing, but I can try for your heart.
Thank you, Frankie and Eden. We loved that. And I'd like to thank our sponsor, Crane Island, for making this all possible, as well as Amelia Island TV for helping us produce this. And of course, if you would like to learn more about aneurysm and stroke awareness, please go to trinityhoblit.org.